Good morning, everybody. It is Dr. J. It is the 2nd of January. Welcome to 2024. Hope everybody had a great 2023. I know there's some challenges in that year. I am really looking forward to this year and making my life and this practice even better. Always try to remember, though, it's great to look out in the future to have a plan, but we need to stay present and focused on the day-to-day things so we can take care of the little tiny things, and the big things will kind of take care of themselves. So let's start into that. So a healthy new year. We're going to focus on the 4 pillars, right? We're going to make sure that we get a good night's sleep, and sometimes that's taking melatonin, making sure our vitamin D levels are up, making sure we address our sleep hygiene. And I have a blog on that on the website for you guys to check out. If you have sleep apnea or are told that you snore, I highly recommend starting off the new year by getting a good sleep study to make sure that you don't have sleep apnea. It's a huge cause for chronic diseases, and it leads to Alzheimer's disease. It increases your risk for these things. So getting a good night's sleep is super important. You're not going to lose weight if you're not sleeping, and you're going to have a hard time managing the next topic, which is stress. So we want to work on our stress every day. And we want to find a time where we find peace. And as I tell my clients, I can't eliminate all your stressors in your life, but I can help you address them so that they just don't affect you as much as they are currently. So that's just staying in touch with your body. Where are your shoulders? Are you stressed out? Are you breathing? It takes 6 deep breaths to go from sympathetic nervous tone, which is basically your fight or flight, to go all the way to rest and digest, which is the parasympathetic. So 6 deep belly breaths. So we can focus on that. Meditating, journaling, all fantastic things to help you with your stress modification and reduction. The third is going to be exercise, and that's movement. That doesn't mean joining 24-hour fitness or starting to lift bulky weights. In fact, as we get older, we want to lift less weight in each rep. We want to have more reps, less weight, easier on the joints. We want long, lean muscle. We want to focus on 5 things. We want to work on strength, and so that's using weights. And that could be walking down the beach and picking up a log and lifting the log. It could be getting used weights from Play It Again Sports and putting them next to the couch. And so when you're sitting watching TV, you're basically lifting weights. It could be every time you go in the kitchen to put on some tea, you get a kettle with the kettle and you're doing some kettlebell exercises. So many different things we can do. Right? Then there's flexibility. So that's yoga, which is awesome, amazing. It's my favorite 4-letter word. It's an amazing workout. And we want to work on our balance. And that could be yoga. That could be standing on 1 foot for a few minutes every day, just working on our balance. We want to walk up and down uneven things to kind of keep our strength and our core together. We want to work on our endurance, and so that's getting into zone 2, zone 3 exercise, where you're walking briskly or jogging or bike riding or do something briskly. We want to work on our reaction time, right? And so that is like playing with the ball, jacks, something, some kind of game that you're kind of working on your reaction time to help out. I think that maybe 5. If I miss one, I'll come back to it. Sorry. And then we have nutrition. That's the 4th pillar, right? And you know I all espouse a plant-based whole food diet. And simply that is try to eat as many plants as you possibly can. If you are eating animal, remember this protein doesn't equal animal, right? There's plenty of plant sources of protein, and most of the animals that you're eating for protein got its protein from plants. So plants don't equal animal. Plenty of great sources of protein in our diets, and a lot of us get actually too much protein these days. But we want whole foods. What does that mean? Broadly, it means an apple is better than applesauce, better than apple juice, right? Edamame is better than tempeh, better than tofu, better than soy milk. But they're all still great for us, but try to have kind of to limit the processing on them, right? And when we're cooking, try to avoid frying and more sauteing with vegetable broth. And then that's the 4 pillars, and then kind of the 5th wheel out there is hormone balancing. And we talked this year a lot about getting your thyroid checked and making sure your thyroid is working really well. Let's talk about ovaries and testicles, right? Andropause, menopause, and balancing all of your hormones and replacing what's necessary, right? Because as we get older, our glands kind of wear out, and we need to kind of keep them replacing so we can keep our youthful vigor, right? This is what this is all about. You know, lifespan is one thing. We're going to live to a defined point, but how long are we going to be healthy, right? So that we can compress all the kind of age-related diseases as to a narrow width band as possible, and just be healthy and vibrant throughout that, right? That's super important. That's health span. And then I want to talk particularly about the digestive glands, because our stomach, um, our gallbladder, liver, and pancreas all work together to secrete enzymes that help break down our food. And so recently for me, I actually was diagnosed with being enzymatic deficient, and the result of that was I was actually, even though I was eating really well, my vitamin levels were a little bit low. I'm like, how could that possibly be? And it's because I was low in my digestive enzymes. So it's something else to replace. So if you're interested in that, I can help you. I have my recommendations up on Fullscript, which is my vitamin company, and that may be even the sixth pillar there. But getting on a good vitamin supplement regimen, which could include digestive enzymes if you're having any issues. But for most of my clients, that involves a good multivitamin every day. Vitamin D, absolutely, since we live in Santa Cruz. And then a good fish oil, or making sure we're getting enough of the essential fatty acids. So welcome 2024. I'm looking forward to this year. There's going to be some ups and downs, but I want everybody to kind of get on the path, stay on the path. Would love to see you. Please come and celebrate us this wonderful new year. Rejuvenate our family, and welcome to embrace you. All right, see you soon.